we had no light. We'll at least get a little bit of light from the heater. Able to cook on it. So I believe having a wood stove is a necessity for survival. It's 20 degrees outside right now. It's early in the morning and it's 72 degrees in here. Nice and comfortable. So this is like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? How does our world, how does our state, how are we able to order things that never last? I tell you, everything, just about everything I buy now, I'm barely to get through a season without it falling apart to have to buy again. Now this is super crazy, because this was an enclosed shed. I call it the plant house, and it's everything consistent for gardening, or just about everything for gardening. It's my plant house, so I know it's yeah, because you know I got one over there, so it makes you wonder what this was made of, just to disintegrate. What's causing it to disintegrate? Let me show you what I discovered. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This thing is dry rotted. It is completely disintegrating. At first I thought, I came down here and I seen some holes, right? So I said, okay, I'll just take my scissors, which I started somewhere. I can't tell you. Somewhere, because you touch it and it just literally comes, it just comes apart. And I started cutting. I said, well, I'll just cut it off. And it is literally just falling apart. It's dry rotted. I have never heard of anybody going through this. Here we got this storm coming through. And this thing is completely just falling apart. Look, I just pulled it and it just like come apart. You can't touch it without it disintegrating. I've never heard of anybody going through this. I kind of expected more out of this than this. Look, I just noticed this. Look at this. It is completely just falling apart. Now, I think this is the one I used. No, that's right. I did just cover one side and didn't cover the other side. So this has not been taken out since last year, and it's into a shed, out of the weather, of course. Look, it just fell apart in my hand. I cannot, look, this is crazy. I can't believe this. It is dry rotted. So, of course, they don't say how long a last of time you get with these things. But I believe in, if you take care of it and you're just putting it out like this, and you're only having it out for maybe a week or a couple of days, and you store it back up, you wouldn't expect it to fall apart. Tying my broccoli plants up to help protect them from the cold. A bunch of those leaves together so they won't be so far out, to help protect the fruit on the inside, the vegetable on the inside. Got some little babies growing here. Going to be making some sweet potato slips. So we got a really good, nice harvest of chard here. It's mixed chard. And this is going to help. I put my insulation on the side, my bubble wrap. I won't have to fight as hard to get it over there. You never know what the weather's going to hold, so I definitely don't want to lose it. We got the rabbit's going to be very happy, and the chicken's going to be very happy with all that right there. That's more than they can eat, so I'm going to have to share with the chickens. We harvested our 2 tomatoes. We already had one ripen up and ate it with some eggs, and chopped up the tomato into it. We're harvesting some of the celery here. It can't take the frost freeze, and this is new growth. It's still growing, but if it doesn't make it, it's okay, because we got a lot of celery, and I freeze dried it so I can have it to put in other things. Angel, what are you doing? I wish you'd find a mouse. You know what? I haven't seen as much mice turds in here. Oh wow, I don't even see any. Usually it's up there on the sides. Good job, Angel. Good job. Wow. I haven't even paid attention to that. Might be one turd over there. Good job, Angel. Boy, you're my watchdog. So, anyway, so we got a good harvest here this morning. Go feed the rabbits. They look forward to their treats every single morning. And we've got broccoli, but it's not ready to harvest yet. This afternoon, we'll put our insulation up. And I think I might try with the cauliflower over there. I might try something other. I did see some cauliflower starting to grow, but I think I might try something other to help it out with this frost freeze, because it's really tall. I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm putting in a fake egg because the other house has a chicken in there that's laying on nothing. She's wanting to brood. No babies in winter. It's warm. The water's not warm yet. This is warm. We'll check it in just a little bit. It just got plugged up. Other one is already warm. Okay, it's warm up under there. Hey, Mr. Rabbit. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, dear baby. You got your morning rub. Yes, you did. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet. Yeah, him loves him rubs. Yes, him does. I love rubbing that boy. Okay, gotta get busy, baby. You already had your rub. Yes, you did. You're a good boy. What do you want, Mr. Rooster? You come see what I'm doing. So we got that. We're going to put over the front of it. That's what I do at nighttime to keep him warm. Hey, Mr. Rooster. You nice big fat rooster. Good morning, everybody. It's cold out here. Still preparing for the cold that's coming in. I think that we missed, or it looks like that we missed the first freezing rains that's coming in. Today was supposed to be sunny, but it's already clouding up. But it's time to feed the animals. And one of the things I like to do is be sure to give them corn. Corn helps to boost up their heat into their body. Of course, they'll get their laying mash. Another thing is that I'm going to make sure all the heaters for the waters are working. I found out with my pitcher pump, the old hand pump, that the seal was gone into it. So I had to order it yesterday. It won't be in until tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be the right one, because when I checked out the seal number, it wouldn't be until like almost 2 weeks, and which is not going to do any good. So I went ahead and ordered one. Going to give it a try, put the pitcher pump back together and see what happens, because I don't have anything to lose. Later on, I can order the seal to that pump. But nevertheless, when I looked at all the seals, they kind of look like the same. So we still got a lot of preparation to do today. It's going to start getting down into the 20s, high 20s, but basically low 20s. And so I was amazed at how long it's taken me to really get things going. Go and get feed, just making sure the pipes are wrapped, and I'll be working into more of the greenhouse today, harvesting some things out of there, and the rabbits, putting straw in there, make sure they're going to be covered up. There's so much more I've got to do. The raised beds, I've got still some covering onto the raised beds. Eventually the beds into the greenhouse are going to be covered. So it doesn't sound like a lot. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But it takes time. And this is my third day of working on this, and I'm super amazed at how long it's really taken me. Into the pump house, I put insulation in there, so that took some time. I'm going to do some more caulking around that. And that's where that pitcher pump is at. And so hopefully that'll work. So if we lose power with the second storm, I can have some water here for these animals. And hopefully also be tested out and make sure that their water is not going to freeze. So my sinuses will start to run, but they're definitely ready to eat. And so we're just going to go ahead and give them this corn. I've been getting it into their body, and then we'll be giving their laying mash. I got one chicken over here. He doesn't walk very good. I have to look after him. He just stands there. He's such a scaredy cat. I got one chicken that's wanting to set, and she's had 2 sets of babies, and here she's going back into wanting to brood again, and that's not going to happen. So I got one chicken into the coop. I had a fake egg in there, and with that fake egg, she's wanting to set onto it. So I took the fake egg out. I usually have containers for my chickens, but some of them have a tendency to be scaredy cats, and so it's like the old way of spreading it onto the ground to get some dirt into their craw to help them digest. But I find out, like, I got that one rooster, he's ran over there. Now he doesn't have any food, and they won't eat all this. I'll be giving some more, but I have to make sure that he gets his fill. So it's a good thing that I checked my pump to make sure that everything will work correctly before the freeze comes in. Temperature's already dropping today, but when I try to prime it, I realize the seal, even though it's only been used one or two times, I think 2 times, the seal, it was leaking water at the base down there. So I got to get another seal. So I've unhooked it so I can know which seal to get. Kind of helped me out a little bit. And then I started putting insulation in here that I already had. I put plastic on top of that insulation because I had it. Checking everything way ahead of time has really helped me out as far as knowing that this pump right here is not working. And then it gave me an opportunity to go ahead and put insulation in here. Hey, Mr. Rabbit. Hey, baby. Hi. You ready for your snack? Looks like you got enough snacks in there. You're not hungry. So we got a good harvest here. There's more lettuce than, I don't know, it's just bigger than this container can hold. More than this container can hold. And got some for the rabbits. We haven't even made a dent into the lettuce yet. I just cropped some off of there, some down here. We got lettuce over there, lettuce out there. Hey guys, well, we haven't had any winter here, but I've checked the weather, and we've got some, they say, major cold weather coming through, or a good possibility. I remember back in the day, years and years ago, we had this ice storm, and it was rain. Once it hit, it froze, and literally froze onto the power lines, and we were without power for about a week. It was unexpected. And I did a video yesterday about preparing for 2025, and today I'm going to be preparing for this storm that's going to be possibly rolling through. Either which way, we have to stay prepared. So I made a list. I was up early this morning. I made a list. Even though it might hit in maybe 10 days or less, I'm going to go ahead and prepare, because it's hard to get prepared for something other suddenly. You know, if you go to the grocery store, things are going to be sold out. Whatever you may need is going to be gone because people are going to prepare. They're going to wait to the last minute and prepare, and we shouldn't wait to the last minute. So today I'm going to be cleaning out the coop, putting in fresh shavings in there. I'm going to make sure the water system is on go, because I know that with this weather coming in, the water's going to freeze. I do have a hand pump in case it freezes, or a hand pump in case the water does freeze. It's one of those outsides you can prime and pump, and so I have a light in there. But that is my water system also in case the power goes out. I have also like solar generators, and I'll be plugging those up today. Make sure that they're powered up good. So I have my list going on of things to start preparing for now. You don't want to wait till a storm comes in and then try to prepare. It's literally just impossible, and it's really frustrating that you're out there in the cold, or you try to go to the grocery store and you can't find, or the big box store, and you can't find what you need. So, like I said, I've already got working toward the water system at the chickens, with the chicken coop, and I'm going to do some things over there. And so my list, I will not get done today. It's going to take a while for me to do just what's on this list, and surely I'm going to think about things that I need to do. And I would encourage you to do the same. Make a list. You know, the Christmas saying is, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. Why? Because Santa Claus is coming to town, right? So he's checking the list, and he's checking it twice. We've got to check our list of things to do in 2025, and the season that is to come. Check it and check it twice. And I always make a list, because a list helps me out. The list, I look back through it, and things I literally forgot throughout the day, I see that I need to do, or the most important things I need to do for today, because I know with my list, it goes on and on. I'll never get it completed in one day. So like today, I will be getting some wood into the woodshed. Something I've been wanting to do for a couple of weeks and haven't been able to get to it because, you know, you got the Christmas events going on. So that's one of the things I'm going to do, just in case we get this freezing rain, snow or whatever, especially freezing rain. You know, everything's freezing up, everything's iced up. And I always like to put wood into the woodshed to have it protected and make sure my wood supply is good. So the greenhouse is doing excellent. It's doing super good. And we're going to take a brief walk through. I'm going to be harvesting some things today. When this storm, I'll start preparing tomorrow. Putting the bubble wrap onto the sides, is insulated bubble wrap. I'll probably, if it goes the way they say, I definitely have the frost freeze blankets over the plants, and I'll probably cover them on top of that 6 mil plastic. And it is a pain to go through, but it's well worth it. I do have a greenhouse heater. Test run that, it's been doing excellent, but we haven't had, like most places do, extreme weather after extreme weather after extreme weather, but it's done good. But as I looked at the weather, I look at it on my phone, I look at it Weather Channel, I also watch Weatherman Plus on YouTube. I watch him every day to see what the weather's going to be taking place across the state. That helps me to prepare. And so as I looked at that, I said, you know what, I'm going to order another one of those heaters, which is a lot cheaper than when I bought it. It's $40 off. But when I looked this morning, they also had 10% extra promotion off on that heater. So that was a big plus. And plus I have Prime, so I don't pay for shipping and handling. So I did go ahead and order one of those. I do have another system that I bought last year. It's propane. I got my fruit trees in here. Right now I don't have room. I really need a smaller little greenhouse extra to put those, put something like that in, to get them out of my way, because they're growing and they do produce fruit. So they're beneficial here onto the homestead. So I want to take hopefully a brief walk through the greenhouse, because things are just, it always happens when things are just doing excellent and the harvest is getting near to coming off or growing toward that harvest. We get these freak storms that come in. These are my potatoes that's coming on. You see I got the straw in there. I've got the bows. I'll put the blanket, frost freeze blanket on top of it. Hopefully I'll have plastic or tarp to put on top of that as the storm rolls through. and I'll cover these plants up, and then I'm thinking about even putting cardboard on top of that, because don't they look beautiful? So they're just coming up. They've already been hit one time with a frost freeze blanket. It didn't do as well as I thought, and as well as it's advertised. But nevertheless, if you cut your top of your plants off, they'll always grow back. This is a project I'm working on. Well, I don't know how much I'll get to do or done. I'll do some preventive measurements. I've redone some of the wood because I like my wood to come all the way to the sides, and it wasn't. So when I put the trim on there, it has, you know, the screws can really make a good impact. But I'm thinking about covering this up down here if we get all that rain, so it won't be flowing on the inside. This on here, I didn't realize that the, you know, the top should have gone on first, and you see it's cracked there. But the top should have gone on first, and it made it a little crooked. It was impossible for me to get this top on there by myself, but I finally got it. But you see here, I've put some wood here, so those screws will make good contact when I put the trim on there. But my aim today is to try to maybe put some plastic over those doors to keep that rain flow from rolling in there, because that one might be pretty good right there. But rain flow from going in there, and you know, they said they're going to get a lot of rain, so we'll see what's going to happen. But this is preparedness. The carrots are doing great, and I might scratch around there and dig some of them up. Tomato, and it was super delicious, believe it or not, for being out of season. I'll be harvesting some of this lettuce. I found out that if I put it into a container, airtight container, it lasts a good while. I was super amazed by that, and so that's what I've been doing. I've got my container sitting back there. I will be harvesting lettuce today because I got tons of lettuce. If I wanted to harvest that, I could. I've got some beans soaking right at the moment. I'll be making a soup onto the wood stove. There's lettuce down there, and the onions are looking great. It won't be long that broccoli will be ready to harvest. Potatoes got hit by the cold a little bit last time, and that's because I didn't put that bubble wrap on the side, and they're looking beautiful. I'm thinking that cold is going to hit them some. So I've ordered that little heater, and I'm going to be putting it down at this end. Since right now my greenhouse is it's filled up. That's what it is. So I have a little propane heater that I was going to attach to a back wall. You know, I got all these fruit trees in here, so everything is always a work in process. But the reason I'm having working toward a propane heater in case the power goes out. But like I said, the power goes out, the power just goes out. I mean, sometimes you got to roll with the punches, but nevertheless, to be prepared. And I think I'm going to put some rebar wire, or rebar little posts I made, like I did here, and I'll put some PVC over it, because they are starting to look good. Sometimes, mostly here, we just get through the storms for a couple weeks, then we're okay.